Are the 2021 Golden State Warriors team better than their 2016 counterparts? Hi, my name is Emmanuel Camia, and you're tuned into League Talk. If you like basketball content, this is the channel for you, so make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Okay, so we're witnessing a very historic scene right now in this year's NBA season. We have two really good NBA teams vying for the best team in the league, the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. But just how good are this year's Golden State Warriors team? Golden State in the past 7 years have had a plethora of really outstanding, incredible teams. Teams such as the 2017-2018 Golden State Warriors team, the 2016-2017 Golden State Warrior team, but throughout all of the teams that Golden State has had in its run, in its dynasty, there's been really one team that stands out, that is remembered, that's renowned, and that is, of course, the 2016 Golden State Warriors team. And this is for a number of reasons. Even though the 2017-2018 Warriors team and the 2016-2017 Warriors team both had Kevin Durant on it, it's really the 2016 Warriors team that everybody remembers, that's going to cement Golden State's legacy. And this is for a number of reasons. Of course, one of them was they came back from a 3-1 record in the playoffs against OKC Thunder, and most importantly, they eclipsed Michael Jordan's 1996 Chicago Bulls team, who previously held the record for the most wins in a regular NBA season with 72 wins. The Golden State Warriors in 2016 came along and they completely shattered that record, something that we thought would never be done, because that 73 games is a lot to win. That just goes to show you how good that 2016 Golden State Warriors team was, and because of how good they were, it's the team that everybody uses as a benchmark and uses to gauge just how good other teams are. And that's what we're going to be doing here today. I want to gauge how good this year's Golden State team, the 2021 Golden State Warriors team, is compared to their 2016 counterparts, arguably the best team in NBA history. As good as the 2016 Warriors team was, this year's Golden State team is also very good. Currently, I think we're witnessing something historic. Currently, the Golden State Warriors are 19-4 with the best record in the West. Actually, they're tied for the best record in the West. They held the best record in the West for one night, because a few nights ago, they actually beat the Phoenix Suns, another really good team who's also 19-4. Golden State actually washed them and beat them to take that #1 spot. But tonight, Golden State lost a fluke game to the San Antonio Spurs. But because they beat a team as good as Phoenix Suns, it's not even that they beat them, they just made quick work of them. The manner in which they beat them got me thinking, just how good is this year's team in relation to that 2016 team? Like really, do they have the potential to eclipse that 2016 Warriors team? One thing I need to mention is that Warriors this year have played 23 games and they have lost 4 games. The Warriors in 2016 didn't lose a game until their 25th game of the season. And so that is an advantage the 2016 Warriors team have over this year's team. It took them 25 games to lose their first game. But in that same breath, I have to mention the fact that Klay Thompson, the second best player on the Warriors, has been missing for the whole duration of this season. So a quarter of the season already, right? It's important I stress just how crucial Klay Thompson is for the Golden State Warriors and his importance to that team. If Golden State in 2016, right, if they didn't have Klay Thompson for the same duration of time that this year's team, I'd surmise that the 2016 Golden State Warriors team would actually have a worse record than 2021 Warriors team throughout the same amount of games had they been missing Klay Thompson for the same amount of time. And thinking about that prompted me to really want to make this video. And the reason I think this year's team has a good chance of eclipsing the 2016 team is really because of two things: the roster and Stephen Curry. First, the roster. Let me start with the roster. Simply put, the 2021 Golden State Warriors are deeper than the 2016 Golden State Warriors. I think they're deeper and I think they're more talented. This is how deep they are. They are so deep that they are able to have Klay Thompson, the second best player on a team, miss a quarter of the season and still manage to have the best record in the NBA, be heads and shoulders above every other team, wipe the floor with the next best team, the Phoenix Suns, with their second best player out. Think about that for a second. Think about just how good Klay Thompson is. This is the same guy that had 60 points and 3 quarters. That's how good he is, and they've been missing that guy, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. They're just winning games. Also, Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole have really come into their own. I think they add a lot to the Warriors in terms of scoring and their defensive prowess. Defensively, how agile they are really adds to the team. It really gives the team a much needed security in terms of rim protection. Even though they've been missing, like James Wiseman, you're not going to beat them on the perimeter. You're not going to beat them on the perimeter with wing defenders like Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins. And also, not to mention, when Klay comes back, Klay's a really good perimeter defender. Klay is really good. If you go back and you watch just how Klay used to guard Kyrie Irving, Kobe Bryant, Klay would always guard the best guard on the opposing team. That's just how good he is. And I think when he comes back, he's going to supplement that scoring and amplify that defensive capabilities even more. And so that's one reason I really like this team over the 2016 Warriors team. And this roster is of course compared to the team that had Sean Livingston, Harrison Barnes, etc., etc. But this team this year, I think, is just much better. And then finally, Stephen Curry, the number 2 reason why this team is just head and shoulders above every other team. Like I mentioned, the Warriors played the second best team in the league, the Phoenix Suns, the other night, who are 19-4, and the Warriors completely wiped the floor with them. They beat them completely. But here's the thing: Stephen Curry had an off night. Steph didn't perform to his usual standards. He had 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. That is not high. Those aren't high numbers for Stephen Curry at all. But they still managed to wipe the floor with the second best team in the league. That goes to show you, even when Steph is having an off night, it doesn't matter. You're going to get beat because they have so many ways of beating you. But like I said, I want to talk more about Steph. Even though he didn't perform very well against the Phoenix Suns, Steph is actually really, really good this year. Stephen Curry, like LeBron James, has gotten better with age. Stephen Curry, in comparison to himself in 2016, is far more experienced, has far more confidence, understands the game way more, and it's just easier for him to close out games. In 2016, Steph was only 2 years into the Warriors' 6-year dynasty. It was a second year of being a superstar. And I think now he's embraced that, and he just understands how to play at that level so much more. He's just more surgical in the way he plays. It's just easier for him to close out games and just win games. The confidence is through the roof. He's making crazy shots. Just look at this picture. Furthermore, in 2016, Steph actually set the record for the most 3-pointers ever made in a regular season with 402 3-pointers made. He's on pace to break that record this year. In 2016, Steph averaged 5.1 3-pointers per game. In 2021, he's averaging 5.4 3-pointers per game. So if he continues on this trajectory, if he continues to play the way he is and he plays for the whole season, by the end of the season, Steph will finish with 442 3-pointers made. So he will have shattered his own record by a whopping 40 3-pointers made. That just goes to show you, it's like fine wine. That he's aging like fine wine, and it's just a scary sight to see. It's scary, and it drives home just how scary this team is going to be once Klay comes back, once this team is fully healthy. Because remember, James Wiseman is also out, right? So those are my thoughts on this year's team. I think they're really good. Are they better than the 2016 Warriors? Can they be better than the 2016 Warriors? I think they can, but we're going to have to wait until the end of the season to see just how this plays out. And we are going to measure this by one or two things. We're going to know they're better than the Warriors if A, they win 74 games, or B, they win 73 games and win the championship. Because remember, the 2016 Warriors team came up short when it came to the championship. They never won that 2016 championship. LeBron did. So if this year's team can have the same regular season record and win the championship, then we can definitively say that they are better than that 2016 Warriors team. But guys, those are just my thoughts on this year's Golden State team. I'm really high on them. I really like the teams of Golden State and Phoenix Suns. I'm gonna make a video on the Phoenix Suns here soon, so stay tuned. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like if you like that, and yeah, leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think, and until next time, kids.